Whew. What up, people? My fellow MG warriors. But I don't really know what I'm gonna talk about. But today, I was just thinking, like, what would you do once you've healed myasthenia gravis? I was thinking about that. Like, it's a question to yourself. Think about it. What would you do once you fully healed myasthenia gravis? What would your life look like? What would you be doing, you know? Would you be like, would you go out and adventure? Would you try new things? Would you test your limits, test your strength? So, I think that's the topic on my mind today. So, we're going to get into it. Let's go. So, what would you be doing once you've healed myasthenia gravis? For me, I just look back at my past, and I'll probably be doing the same stuff I've been doing, but at a higher level. Like, come on, like, I was diagnosed in 2006, January of 2006. We're approaching, 20 years. This coming January 2026 will be 20 years of having MG for me. So, I've learned a lot. I've been through a lot. Like, look at this. I've competed on Ninja Warrior at a high level. Like, I'm talking like top 15 to 10% level. A little bit after that, ditched the meds. I said, forget this. I don't need this where I'm going. Once I came across some knowledge and stuff like that too. So, we'll talk about that. I have one of my books here too. So, ditched the meds, and still I kept pushing. You know, not the full strength, but I've done marathons, multiple Spartan races. Yeah, I'm wearing one of my favorite shirts, Spartan. Well, it's a Spartan sprint. I like the beast, but I've done multiple Spartan trifecta weekends. My first year of doing my first marathon, I've done 4 full marathons in 1 year. 3 of those have been in 90 days. 90 days, 3 full marathons, and I've got faster every single one. On top of that, I was doing Spartan trifecta weekends, the Spartan super 10K. Like, I was doing all that in between, half marathons, all of that. Like, I officially look back at my 2023 year because there was so much stuff going on. Like, I couldn't even keep track. Like, I didn't even post in like nearly a quarter of it, and I've gotten like 32, 33 medals all in 1 year. So, but yeah, I just the meds and all that, coming across some info that I studied. You know, I studied Dr. Sabi, Dr. Morse, who else? Yaki Awaken, Liz, Robert Cassar, like, now my man T-Walk the Hawk, like, so many people. But this is actually Dr. Robert Morse, one of his books called The Detox Miracle Source Book. There's a lot of good info in here. And what do you see on the front? What is that? Yeah, that's fruits, baby. That's fruits. Actually, let me turn to one of my pages in here. Actually, I haven't read the whole book yet, but I jumped around to information that pertains to me, that what I need, and I stuck to it. So let's have a look at here. The foods we eat. The foods we eat. And this is the energy food. So what was it? Yeah, the energy food. Look at this. The energy food. The bottom line, I'm just reading some of the stuff I highlighted here, as you can see. So The bottom line of food utilization is energy and proper endocrine gland function. Let me see down here. The higher the energy a food has, the greater healing ability it has. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Let me read it again for y'all, for some of y'all who can't hear. The higher the energy a food has, the greater healing ability it has. This is why fructose and glucose are essential. These simple sugars are one of the most important factors in encouraging cells to regenerate. The brain and nervous system cells are the highest energy centers in the body. Let me read that again. Let me read it again. Bring it back. The brain and nervous system cells are the highest energy centers in the body. Consciousness and food. We look over here. Let me read this part here. Let me just look at it right there. See right here? I highlight it. We find that fruits have the highest electrical energy of all the foods. Say, my own clinical studies have shown that fruits will regenerate the brain and nerve tissue. Fruits will regenerate brain and nerve tissue. Did you hear that? Whereas vegetables will not. I have found that, as a rule, fruits are brain and nerve foods, as well as cleaners of tissue. Vegetables are your builders, which are suited for muscle and skeletal tissue. Nuts and seeds are structural foods and are strengthening to the body as a whole. So let's think about this. I gotta like encourage y'all to think. Myasthenia gravis is a autoimmune disease that causes muscle weakness and fatigue due to a nerve to muscle communication issue. It's a lack of nerve electrical impulses to signal the muscles to move. So if I rewind what I just read, it says we find that fruits have the highest electrical energy of all the foods. You know, it's about to be 1 p.m. and I haven't even eaten breakfast yet. But I have my breakfast right here. These are kind of smaller than what I usually get. But let me put this. These are smaller than what I usually get, but like these are really small gala apples, but this is my breakfast right here. Gala organic, gala goodness. Usually I'll eat probably double the size of this, and I'll eat probably 2 of those, but this is just a start. This is the start of my day at 1 p.m. At 1 p.m. So I realized, like, when I search like hashtag Myasthenia Gravis, MG Warrior, the MG Warrior, I don't see anybody talking about how they change their lifestyle, like of what to eat once they found out they were diagnosed with Myasthenia Gravis. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, you're doing the same thing. You're just being prescribed medicine, some meds, but you're doing the same. You're living the same lifestyle of how you got in a situation. Like, it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense at all. Like, if you dig a hole and then realize you can't get out, why would you keep digging further down? Like, it doesn't make sense. You should formulate something different to get out of where you came from. Like, so eating the same thing, the same diet as they call it, which I call live it now. Like, eating the same thing, just being prescribed medicine, does not change the cause. It just changes a different effect. You can't change an effect by changing an effect. You can change an effect by changing the cause, which you'll, in a result, you'll get a different effect. So, gotta like get y'all to think differently out here. All right. So that's just a quick little rundown on top of the dome of what I've been thinking about. So start thinking differently. All right. Just want to leave y'all with something today. And if you have, just go on YouTube. That's how I started. When I started my healing journey, I binged Dr. Sebi, Dr. Robert Morris. Then I got into Yaki Awaken and many others, but those are the main ones. And then my man T-Walk the Hawk. Yo, check him out. Get the info you need to change your life, alright? So, with that said, let's go. Let's go heal Myasthenia Gravis. Let's go, baby. Yeah, today, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but I was just thinking, I was like, yo, what? Scratch that.